Storm Tracker 7 weather is presented by Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
Good Tuesday evening to you, Storm Tracker 7 Chief Meteorologist Jeff Booth here. More light snow is rolling through the area. We've seen that kind of push through here. Notice, though, how it looks like there's not a whole lot going on. Well, that's because the radar out at Pittsburgh, it's shooting over the moisture. It's actually fairly shallow. When we throw the mosaic on, you can see a little better. You can see snow. New Martinsville tapering off a little bit, but still a little light snow down that way. Just had some go through Woodsfield, Moundsville, Shady Side, Belair up into Wheeling, looking at some. Move on up into Martins Ferry, into Weirton, Steubenville area, all tracking some light snow. Cadiz, you're looking at some as well. So light snow coming through the area, and we are still looking at some of that too as we take a look at our future radar. Looks like we're going to watch this over the next couple of hours. Taper off a little bit, but then there's still another batch upstream. So even though it looks like that snow will be letting up over the next hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, we should be getting a little bit moving in out behind it as well. So we're not quite done with it yet, but we should dry out overnight. What I will say, though, is that we are seeing enough that we're going to get a little bit of a coating out there. I think all said and done, a lot of us around a ½ inch to an inch and a half. There could be a few spots a little more than that, maybe a few spots a little less than that. Bottom line, though, is it's cold enough that this is sticking, and the temperatures on the roads cold enough that salt is not as effective at keeping those roads clear. Here's a look at that shot out at the Moundsville Bridge, or the Arch A. Moore Bridge. This was actually right around 1:45 earlier today. You can see that snow coming down pretty well, and we're not quite done with it just yet. It's 19 degrees right now, and as we take a look at the winds, out of the west-southwest at 7 miles an hour makes it feel like it is 10. So that's the other story. It's really, really cold. High today, 19. That's actually lower than the average high for this time of year. We started out at 9, but we did have sub-zero wind chill values as we started the day. So, yeah, it's cold out there. Again, that's the other big story. We have our winds a little higher up in the atmosphere dragging in this colder air. Bitterly cold again tonight. Sub-zero wind chill values will be possible when we are at our coldest. And then tomorrow, it's going to stay cold, and wind chill values will be about 10 to 15 degrees when we are at our warmest. So even though the thermometer might read the upper teens, low 20s, it's going to feel like we were at about 10 to 15, and that's when we're at our warmest tomorrow. So very, very cold weather expected to continue. That snow, moving on out of here as we head through the evening. Again, I'm not going to rule out a few light flurries as we head through the overnight, but generally drying out as we head towards daybreak tomorrow. 7 a.m., not looking too bad. Lunchtime, looking pretty cloudy tomorrow. A few breaks in those clouds later on tomorrow in the afternoon, maybe even more so as we head through the evening, but then we cloud right back up because more snow moves in. This is the mid to late morning on Thursday. This is more light snow that will accumulate. And again, this looks like a lot of us will pick up about a ½ inch to an inch and a half. We'll call it, though, trace amounts to upwards of about 2 inches in some spots where we get the heaviest snow. Again, I think a lot of us, though, picking up about a ½ inch to an inch and a half. So we're not done with the snow just yet, and we're not done with the cold just yet either. 22 tomorrow, breezy. It's going to feel a lot colder than that. 30 with likely snow showers as we head through the morning into the early afternoon on Thursday. Back to 37 on Friday. That's normal for this time of year. Rain likely with highs in the low 40s, upper 30s, low 40s on Saturday. Breezy through the weekend. Another round of light snow late on Sunday with some early flurries on Monday. And after that, very cold Monday and Tuesday in the mid-teens when we're at our warmest.